Hold on. Alright, ready to go whenever. You can just give me a countdown. Oh! Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Literal Team Name versus Heroes of the Storm Game 2. Quick update on Game 1. Literal Team Name took it in a nail-biter, and speaking of more Game 1 stuff, let's take a look at this straw poll for the Game 1 MVP right now. Tied between Literally Nate and Literally Commish with 3 votes each, so everyone go out there and, hashtag get out the vote. Pokemon, go to the polls if, you know what I'm saying. Let's get someone this Game 1 MVP so we don't have such a hotly contested slot. But yeah, so, honestly, Game 1 did not look that bad from either team, and especially looking at Heroes of the Storm, I feel like they have a strong chance, come out of the gate swinging, so to speak, in Game 2, and make some good stuff happen. Part of the things that they're definitely considering... Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, part of the things I would definitely consider touching up on, though, are probably some of those members just getting caught out a little bit by the Morgana bindings, and especially one of the biggest things they can focus on is the front to back and the team fight as well. And we are actually in the pick ban right now, and here's the story. I'm dropping that Senna ban pretty quick, not wanting to deal with that Senna from the likes of Jirachi. Literal Team Name responding with the Cassiopeia ban. Stranger to no one at this point. Hoagie's been playing Cassiopeia this season and kind of 1v9s on it. So it's not really much of a surprise to see that go. But next ban coming up here, going to be the Alawi. More classics targeted, literally Commish. Nobody wants to play against Alawi. That's kind of just hard facts. And, I say that from an objective standpoint. That's just... Nobody likes playing against that champion as far as I know. I've not heard anyone say they enjoy it. And it's also just a champion that's really difficult to deal with if you're not particularly well versed in the fundamentals. And, you get hit by one soul rip, it's really punishing. Your lane's kind of over. So she has clear, patterns in her play, but if you screw up once, it doesn't matter. And that can make it really stressful when you're not used to executing at a particularly, high level. But Olaf banned away from Literal Team Name as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and assume that meant to be the Syndra ban. Yeah, definitely the Syndra ban. It's confirmed by chat, and the Nautilus can be banned away by Literal Team Name. Once again, no surprise to see, ensuring that Just like always, we will have a No Not March, just like we always have a No Not November, No Not December. You know, all the other 10 months, but knock on wood. And Caitlyn pick coming up for Heroes of the Storm over here, and immediately answered by the Morgana from literal team name, and the Ornn, which I like that approach, especially because Caitlyn Morgana is one of those bot lanes that's well known for terrorizing some of... You know, it's just known for terrorizing bot lane in a lot of places like this, and it's really strong in, you know, around anywhere from Silver to Platinum League 5v5s. It just applies a lot of pressure. It has pretty easy feedback loop. You just drop a Morgana binding, then you trap the binding, and the Morgana binding is one of the longest CCs in the game, so you have time to chill out, like, you know, drink a beer, you know, beat off for all I care, and then maybe you finally throw a trap down, and then, oh, there goes their health bar. Works out. And so, you know, I like the Morgana pick, but that opens Heroes of the Storm up with a counter pick opportunity, unless a literal team name decides to flex that Morgana somewhere, which I could see it going mid to the likes of, you know, literally Nate, but that's not necessarily a pick I'm used to seeing come from him. He's pretty familiar with the likes of, I would assume he's familiar with Glacial Morgana enough to play it, though, because if you play Ahri, you played Glacial Ahri before, and Glacial Morgana is basically the same thing. The binding's just a little difficult to hit. But speaking of Ahri, that Ahri pick gonna go ahead and get locked up right away here. Basically confirms the Morgana is going support at this point, and the Ahri comes out for literal team name, which is a nice pickup once again, especially into the Lux, and assures they don't necessarily have to deal with any of Nate's champion pool getting banned. That Ahri had some really good action game 1, as we all saw, and Ahri can just relax in laning phase against Lux, because Ahri is basically playing Lux, but with less range, but way more escape. So with that said, Ahri has some great picks. She can use it to set up ganks, but you know, mid's mostly going to be wave clear wars until they start getting some pressure on a map. But once that happens, Ahri can start setting up roams. They have entirely different play patterns. Ahri in particular being one that's shifting more carrying potential to the likes of Nate, as opposed to Hoagie on the Lux in mid lane, which I could guess could be Hoagie on the Lux in mid lane, but also very well could still be the Lux support, as that's honestly not the worst matchup in the world in the Morgana, and with the Caitlyn pick, they already have the ability to poke them out a lot in that bot lane. Bans coming in, Xayah and Sivir both targeting Jirachi over here. Have not yet selected a champion for them yet, but Jinx does come out, and that's typically the thing that Jirachi has shown to have in their back pool. So that makes a lot of sense, and with the Morgana Black Shield, you do have a lot of relative safety from the set, which is going to be really nice touch. So if you can get something that can actually protect this Jinx, it's going to be a decent time, and the Lulu comes out, I feel like this is Hoagie on Lulu top. I don't know. Hoagie's been singing the phrases of Lulu top recently. It could be Lulu top, could be Lulu mid. I just feel like it's Hoagie on Lulu, no matter where it's going, because he just loves that champion. And with Jarvan picked up by Heroes of the Storm, pretty much kind of seals the deal there. I think kind of confirms Leon's going into the jungle for sure with Jarvan. Pretty sure we know that. Master Fan find himself on the Caitlyn, and I want to say it's Hoagie on the Lulu and No Not November on the Lux, and then the set's probably going to be on Big Deoc Jimmy, but the Shen being picked up once again for literal team name, and literally Kamish getting the Shen run back this game. It's not a surprise to see. One of those picks that just keeps sneaking through for him, especially because like the Alawi ban is, you know, an easy peasy choice to make, but the Shen ban isn't necessarily super high on the priority list, and that Shen is proven to be so useful, and with such a mobile comp, that Shen really enables skirmishes to be taken, and there's so much opportunity for counter engage coming out of that bot lane as well. And both teams readied up now. We are going to be getting into the actual client ban, but you know, just looking at some of these teams, kind of interesting to see what route these drafts have taken. And I feel like my gut reaction is to say that literal team name one draft again, but you know, I feel like Heroes of the Storm does still have options. One thing I really want to see is Ruyon getting active on the map pre-6 with this Jarvan. You know, this is one of those red level this is one of those red in the cheese gank mid, or, you know, buff Gromp gank at the latest type gains for the Jarvan. So he needs to be on the map making an impact before some of those champions can start picking up their escape abilities, before that Shen can start hitting level 6 and affecting all the work that Jarvan can do, before that Ahri picks up her Spirit Rush and is able to just walk straight out of a Jarvan, before that Morgana just gets the Black Shield everyone, bind everyone down. And as well, the Orin Jungle, an interesting pick we've seen flying around recently in a lot of professional, leagues. Seen most prominently in the LCKs, both a jungler and a mid laner. Orin's honestly been seen 5 ways at this point. He's been seen in all 5 lanes in the game, and if that's not a testament to how, like, honestly just brain dead broken Orin was last patch, I don't know what was. That being said, Orin got nerfed, but he's still here to stay. Those masterwork items are really insanely useful. And, you know, literally Garrett as well is no stranger to Orin. He's put in so much time on that Orin, and I remember the Orin support being a favorite pick of his a long time ago. And with that transition that's been made to jungle recently, it makes sense that he's busting out one of his classic support picks that can finally emerge to do something in the jungle. But one thing that's going to be really interesting is seeing how big Diok Jimmy can play into that top lane with that set. That is honestly one of those matchups that they have the opportunity to break the map wide open with. And no matter what, Shen's going to be useful though with that Stand United. But if you can start really dominating that matchup and putting pressure on that Shen has no opportunity to ultimate or to leave lane or whatever. So like literally how well Heroes of the Storm can get their game plan rolling is kind of just built upon whether they can built upon whether they can shut this Shen down and start tracking things throughout the early game. One of the biggest things to watch, when Shen takes his backs, you basically can't make plays elsewhere on the map because Shen will gladly trade a wave to ult someone and save them from a skirmish. And in that case, he donates one wave for perhaps, you know, a game-changing turn in another lane. That snowballs a Jinx, that snowballs an Ahri, that snowballs an Orin. None of those are really something you want to see happen. You know, I don't think it's all gloom and doom for I don't think it's all gloom and doom over here for Heroes of the Storm though. They do have a comp with a lot of options, the Caitlyn and the Lux, able to play super far back from range. They do have double shields and protection from Master Fan 25. So this is kind of the almost all the eggs in the Caitlyn type basket. And one thing's for sure, Master Fan 24 needs to die in these fights before Jirachi does, or they're going to start having the literal team name's going to start having some pretty big problems really quick once Caitlyn starts getting on power spikes. And especially, I'm looking for a Ruyon to start playing the mid and bot in the early game and try and get some summons, try and get some flashes out mid and bot as well, because like I talked about before, neither of those lanes have any escape. And then if he finds the opportunity to start putting pressure top, that's always a good opportunity. Must be mentioned though, with that Orange Shen duo they will have in the top side, if they start taking 2v2s, that's a pretty tanky duo to start taking fights into. And you know, Jarvan isn't really known for his skirmishing prowess. He's known more so for his ganking prowess when he just walks into lane and murders you. And if you're able to counter gank a Jarvan effectively, it does limit his options somewhat, unless your ally just gets knocked up by your flag and drag, then you just kind of cry. And that being said, you can look at the jungle matchup and see what Orin can do, but a lot of people might actually think that Orin has a super slow clear, but from what I've seen, Orin actually has a pretty fast clear. I remember playing with someone a while ago running Orin jungle, and we were surprised by how fast the clear was. it's border like it's so surprising to everyone just how not bad the pick is. But honestly, it's still Aurelion still has the pressure on the early game, especially pre-6. That much is clear. Ornn, though, does have the opportunity to get in. So, in terms of the sweet spot I'm looking for, literal team name wants 6. Wants those team fights, wants those skirmishes, wants to start setting up plays and making things happen. Trying to get that wave priority for that Ari, roaming her around the map, keeping the Shen alive until set, making sure he doesn't get shoved into his herd over and over again so he can actually use his ult to start forcing stuff. Once you get those setups going, there's absolutely nothing Heroes of the Storm can do. However, it's kind of something that relies on a lot of map action. You need Shen to not be pushed in, you need Ari to not be pushed in. You really need priority in both mid and top in order to make that game plan happen. And Shen here doesn't really have a super easy matchup to play into. And Ari as well doesn't exactly have the best matchup in the world. Because the Lux can just play range, play it super safe, 3-6, and she'll be good. Things do get interesting post 6 though with the Jarvan, and once again though, you come back to the point with the Shen and the waves, and needing that priority. You don't get that priority, all of a sudden that Jarvan's in your lanes, and there's really nothing you can do about it except just give stuff up. So, on one hand, literal team name does look really strong if they can set things up, but on the other, you don't play patiently and play to your win con with the global pressure, the team fight they can put together, you're just going to find yourself swamped out by the bad decisions that you can make into some of these rougher matchups and the early pressure that can come from this Jarvan. And with that being said, I am now going to go ahead and take a very small break while this game loads, and be right back with you guys when we get into when we get into the actual on the Rift. Yep. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Literal Team Name versus Heroes of the Storm Game 2. Coming at you live, you're just getting on the Rift right here, and we're going to see everyone start taking their starting positions to get this game going right away. And there's some things to look at. It is the solo lane Lulu, and it isn't the set. So, honestly, you could maybe consider running the set until the Ahri, and that would be interesting. You might lose a little bit on the wave pressure, but having the Lulu into the Shen is useful, just because you can zone him off so many waves, and if he tries to ult someone at all, you just have point and click CC for him. It's that simple. That being said, yeah, I love it. I literally said it was solo lane Lulu in draft, and then spend like 30 seconds of my life analyzing the damn Ahri versus Lux matchup like we didn't know Lux was going support. Genius, but yeah, anyway, there's a reason we don't pay casters around here. This is what you get. That being said, pause gone, pause underway. Ready from literal team name. Oh man, resident sleeper time, boys. Only in PMA LCS. Pause Mew Alpha baby, but resumed right away. And the 4.5 point coming in here from coming in here from Heroes of the Storm. You know, Hoki could be in that mid lane right now. That being said, I would raise that the 4.5 point might be a little more effective than the 3 point coming out from the side of literal team name. I don't know what these allocations are. They also burn 2 wards. They burn 2 wards on keeping. I don't like this already. I mean, it might sound like I'm being mean already, but I'm about to go full LS here. When you just 5 point, you don't need these 2 wards. These 2 wards do nothing for you that you don't get by just having people stand there. And then if you just 5 point, you don't need to ward any of these entrances at all. This is pointless. So let's look at the damage. Nate has no wards, Jirachi has no wards. The mid and the bot lane, the 2 lanes that I want Aruyan to pressure until his back breaks, have no ward now. I will say that Pixel Brush ward would help against the Cheese Gang. That much is nice. And Aruyan opting for the Wolves clear here. So likely just gonna go for the Red Wolves blue clear, or probably just gonna go for a 16 CS clear. And it's gonna mean his start ends up on this top side already. Literally Kamish getting some big damage down on the big Diok Jimmy though. And you especially gotta be really mindful of the waves in that situation because literally Kamish getting the level 2 power spike, then just levels up the taunt, goes right in on big Diok Jimmy, and that's kind of what happens there. Cute binding dodge from No Not November though, and Aruyan, he's already looking for the invade here. Literally Nate roaming up to answer immediately though. Literally Kamish here as well. He's been scouted out and they all know it. Communication goes through and Aruyan takes the safe route. Go ahead and he straight to that Rip Herald pit. And, you know, honestly, nothing really happens off of that. Like, it's the same tempo, but literally Garrett actually really low after that clear. And he's now gonna have a little trouble being on the map, but Big Diok Jimmy once again getting traded on. Bada bing bada boom. That wombo bombo punch coming in from the set right there. Some fat damage, but literally Kamish is still getting the better of him in this landing phase. Aruyan playing patiently towards the top side, looking for a gank perhaps, gonna see if he can make something happen. Master Fan and No Not November establishing their dominance in the spot lane right now though. And another big thing here, literally Kamish, he didn't buy items! He actually didn't buy items! Oh no, you hate to see it. Taking the back right now, gonna go and buy these items, and Big Diok Jimmy should have to push this lane right here. Wait, is that the biggest brain? That's the biggest brain I've ever seen. He bought 0 items just so he could rush bombies. But even then, like, he could just buy his Ruby Crystal. Oh lord. Big Diok Jimmy gonna get traded on. Wallop Slam Bam, thank you ma'am, coming out here, and you know, that's the power of Shen's. The power of the Spirit's Refuge. You literally don't get the trade with Shen when it's up. But on the down, you know, on the upside though, Shen loses every single trade in history when it's down, so you basically get to bully Shen with impunity on like a 20 or so second cooldown. 22 seconds level 1. You know, our resident Shen main over here is in the chat. He can probably confirm some of these numbers for me. But Big Diok Jimmy having some issue here. Spirit's Refuge popped once again, and needs to start looking for some cooldowns here. And OpenTSM fan saying Set should have just hard smashed this lane. Yeah, 100% agree. Set does win this lane. They should be looking for is to start baiting out that Spirit's Refuge a little more, utilizing that wave pressure that he's already getting, and then once the Spirit's Refuge is down, he can just start walking towards Shen, and Shen can't play lane for 20 seconds. It's really fun and interactive, but if Spirit's Refuge goes down, punches coming out. Oh yeah, slam to bring him in. Boom, the wall comes out, and this is exactly what we're talking about. That's some fatty damage. Once that Spirit's Refuge is down, they cannot play the game. And literally Kamish brought extremely low here. Another rough part was, even though he had such a great early laning phase, his CSing was not the best. So, like, that advantage, that quote-unquote advantage he got doesn't matter. That's why they always say CS first and trade later, kids. Because here's the thing. No matter how well you trade, unless you get a kill... Oh lord, here we go. 7 with that level 6 power spike. Spirit's Refuge comes out, the wall comes out. Literally Kamish brought extremely low. And, you know, back to that previous point, no matter how hard you outtrade them, no matter how hard you absolutely clap them, they just wait for a cannon wave, and then they literally get to bat, and all they give up is 7 CS for it. If you're whipping all your CS just to win lane, it's a fool's bait. And you know, one of the things that's been highly talked about this patch is the changes to turret plating. Turret plating back up to a fat 160 gold, and also melees basically do more damage to turret platings now. They had an overall increase to turret armor combined with a melees doing. You know, they had a decrease to turret armor, and then they made it so ranged people do 33% less damage, I believe. Literally, Garrett comes out with the flash on that Ornn, getting Super Hoagie's flash immediately. Some good reaction times there. But, you know, the net changes of that turret plating basically means ranged take the turret at about the same speed, and melees take it a little faster than they used to. So with the gold buff, that's going to start exacerbating this Set Shen matchup that we're talking about so much in this top lane. And Roy Garrett gonna hit level 5 here off this blue buff. Currently slightly up on Aurelion on tempo though, and Aurelion going for a pretty ballsy Dragon Soul here. Gonna get spotted out by literally Garrett, but they did call out the back. Sand United comes out. Literally Nate comes in with the Spirit Rush. It's the first blood for Aurelion already. Is literally Nate's gonna finally return kill. Splash out is gonna happen, and the Drake is gonna go over to Heroes of the Storm. Literally Mike gonna get DC'd, but he's back. He's alive. We're all good.
Hey, what's
Hello, Bung. How's it going?
Hey, so I think I'm at the time of pod.
You at 8:03?
Yeah, I'm at the pod.
All right, perfect. We're synced. We're good. No need to do anything else.
Yep. Right.
Good. Pause me off and come in and clutch to get us a wonderful color caster in the house here. How's it going, Bung?
Wonderful. Like, I'm good. I get internet. I get internet tomorrow, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. All right, we're back in game. So I haven't been able to talk, so I'm gonna repeat a bunch of the stuff you said. Set should destroy Shin. Absolutely.
Yeah, on the topic of destroy, the CS lead is pretty substantial right now.
Yeah, when you just can't even like get close to your wave because you have your Spirit Refuge down, that stuff feels bad.
Oh, like I said earlier, you know, the lane's great, but then your W's down and you just don't get to exist for 20 seconds.
I really like the Lulu pick, and I like the Ornn jungle. My only problem with the Ornn jungle is the aftershock.
Yeah, that's true. Even the Spellbook.
Yeah, Spellbook or Predator.
I love Spellbook. It's so good. I honestly want to see Big Deoc Jimmy just man up.
I want to flash ult.
Flash ult. This is the easiest.
Yes!
There we go! Woo! Solo kill comes out from Big Deoc Jimmy. Literally
That's what I'm talking about.
Obliterated. And now Ornn just gets to stand there like.
Oh, well, you know, Ornn doesn't win this. He has his.
He doesn't. Set has the grit. Gets the turn, the slap, the Jinx Rocket goes wide.
Oh.
Big Bada Boom comes in. I wonder if he had his I wonder if he had a Space Breaker off cooldown at all, because if he
Yeah,
comboed that right, he could have just turned it and killed him.
exactly.
Oh, that's not
Oh,
where you want to buy.
yeah. But yeah, so Shen ult not off cooldown just quite yet. Aruyan looking top lane, should not go in. Good job not going in.
Give him the old stabby wabby.
Yeah, I too remember when I called it the stabby oh wait, you went back
Oh,
into the
Lord,
knockdown.
wait, he just walked in and died. Oh, never mind. Well,
You know,
oh, Lord. Wait! He's big brain! That was insane! Literally, Nate coming in with the roll.
with the
Aurelion.
literal prediction.
Yeah, that
is
was
what
straight
done.
up a prediction.
Oh wait,
Combo comes in from No Not November, Flash Forward from Master Fan. It's just been a little more in sync there. I think that kill was guaranteed.
yeah, more Backstreet Boys, less in sync, happening right there. So.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Jirachi
the ulting?
in a
Ulting,
rough
no!
spot.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Alright, so yeah, Jirachi. Oh!
Oh, wait! Super Mega Death Rocket! It's insane! I hardly know it.
Okay, Big Deep Jimmy is in a massive minion wave and wins the trade.
Welcome to set, boys. Wob comes in. What do you do?
Wait.
Oh, God. Where's that Oranhorn going? No Not November lands the binding as well. And,
Aruyan, what are you thinking? You're not level 6 yet. You should
yeah,
prioritize farming something.
go farm, go ward. Anything but this. Please run.
Finish your jungle item as well, my dude. 4-5 or.
I'm not feeling Tiamat Jarvan, honestly.
I mean, yeah. Same.
Especially when the rest of his team does so much damage. It's not like Jarvan needs to clear anything to win this game. Like, he should just be permanently in lanes for the first, like, 15 minutes of the game.
Spoken like a true laner. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. You know, when you're jungle and then you start playing mid lane for a split, all you want to do is have the jungle in your lane.
I do think, though, junglers prioritize their own leads more so than they probably need to currently, especially with the XP changes to where like you're like, oh, well, my camps are always going to be up, so I can find ways to go gank now.
Yeah, I'd agree. And also, the unfortunate part about your camps always being up now is that means your teammates are feeling more, but also at the same time, that means if your teammates steal camps, yeah, if your teammates steal camps, you'll have them up sooner.
Yeah, and they'll be higher levels barely, like just barely. Also, you should. Hey, my Krugs are up, but I'm gonna go gank top lane. Thanks, bot lane. Go take that, please. Ooh,
Yeah, so
Aruyan,
it's a very
okay.
useful way to funnel gold. It's a very useful way to funnel gold to all your laners, but Double Bind comes in, Aruyan gets bound up by the trap. It's pretty amazing, but Peacemaker comes in to finish the job, and Master Fang gets a good kill on the literally Mike.
But Jarvan does get an assist because he put his E down.
Outstanding play, dude.
I know. It's I love it. I absolutely love it.
Pretty solid. Dude, shout out, remember when you had to deal damage to someone to get an assist back in like season 5?
No, because I hated that season, so I try to forget it.
Yeah, most people who aren't ADCs hated season 5.
Oh,
But,
and you're dead.
Well, Peacemaker, Sand United comes in to save his life. Literally Kamish coming in clutch, but, you know, painful part of that is the 54 CS 1330 Shen now has to basically leave his wave to go save his teammate. And yeah, Big Diok Jimmy immediately teleports top, gonna shove in another wave. That's actually an extremely good call out, and yep, literally Kamish has to answer with the teleport here.
And I think literally Kamish. So he's come back because he was like I think 2.5 levels down. He needs to finish this Cinderhulk soon so he can get, you know, those base stats right there. I think I would have loved to have seen. I think the Black Cleaver actually is a good pick. Oh, super Hoagie.
Yeah, good flash from Hoagie. And honestly, I'm not sure if literally Nate would have had the damage for that, because that is a lot of H's Lulu. I think he was just a little too scared, but yeah, it gets charmed under turret, but Wild Growth gonna save his life there.
I think that's exactly what would have happened. He could have just saved his flash. Like the ignite and all that damage, you have wild growth, your Aroa,
Yeah, your
Lulu.
picks, and then if he actually is crazy enough to dive you, you just press your polymorph
Yes.
and walk out.
So, Lulu should TP? Yep, does. Alright, so what you're looking for if you're the side of Heroes of the Storm? Oh man, this bot lane, just constant action. Should start looking towards this Herald though, because first tower is still available, obviously.
Yeah, and even though you can't get platings anymore, getting first turret's big. And right now, one of the hugest facets of playing League of Legends is breaking open that mid-tier turret so you can start getting that ward pressure. And especially one thing that makes that so big is there are no upward glaive users in this game. So you can't really stuff the ward pressure, which makes killing that turret even more useful, even better for you. But yeah, some big damage coming in mid and bot. Literally commish going in for more trades. Spirit's Refuge is, guaranteed win, but oh wait, then it drops. Oh wait, that's insane! Oh my god, that's actually insane! Big Theok Jimmy coming up big in the 1v2 with a solo kill on the Shen. Pulling that Orning, giving him the pop. There's the wallop. Jinx Rocket gonna go wide as well. And Big Theok Jimmy.
Been missed skill shots.
Yep.
But, when they hit, they actually do damage. Don't y'all know that?
That's kind of crazy, dude.
What I will say is that Elliot can look, I guess, towards his bottom side because, oh my lord.
Oh, Jesus. Fun and interactive, baby.
Is this game 2?
Yep, it is game 2. And Ruyan looking bot side, this is one of the freest dives in the world. Jumper's gonna stall it, but some missing coming out there. 1 for 1 so far. Literally, am I gonna flash out? I don't know where that's going. Cataclysm comes out though, the flash comes out from a Ruyan. Oh my god. Trap timing a little late, but what does Mike do to escape this? Oh no, he barely dodged it! Oh my god, Stand United comes in, gonna get the save, but biggest part of that is that's another costly ultimate cooldown burned off the back of Aurelion's pressure. And this is so good from them. Literally commission going in for the taunt as well, but woo!
Elliot, Aurelion, get out of here, my dude!
Fun interaction coming in, getting smited out by that horn. Super Hoagie's there on the save though. They're gonna have a good time, but the collapse is coming in wide. Throwing this one down. Aurelion gonna take that blast cone. Literally Nate though with another solid charm onto Aurelion. Reading him for days. Trying to find the kill now. Wild Growth is not gonna save you from this one, buddy. Literally Nate's on a killing spree.
I want to address that when you mess up certain things and yet you continue to commit to them and you're giving the enemy enough time to react to them and your cooldowns aren't there to do it, you're most likely going to end up in situations just like that to where
you just get collapsed on. Yeah. If you hang around after you've, blown your load or made yourself notice, you just get collapsed on when the team decides to rotate. And like the worst thing that happens is, like the best thing that happens for you is that you just lose wave priority because the other team just swept in all your waves. And you're like, well, okay, this is fun. And Big Theok Jimmy down here for this dragon fight now, slapping that ward set. And this is a 3-0 set with Black Cleaver right now. Flash comes out. I don't know about that one.
So
Little bit of a
actually,
misspacing.
he can still make this happen, yeah.
Yeah, he can. He finds literally Mike. He's gonna walk out of the soul shackles there, and I love it. He's living up to his namesake now. He's literally just been walking at them for the past 20 seconds. Literally committed, walks on the trap. Just gonna get CC chain up. The Flux Soul gonna come in. Big Theok Jimmy going straight into the back line, slapping literally Mike with those fists. Charm gonna go wide from literally Nate too. Jirachi absolutely exploded by that set W. There's nothing they can do against the Fists of Fury coming out of Big Theok Jimmy over here. That's a 4 for 0, and I believe a Mountain Drake. Yeah, Mountain Drake for the side of Heroes of the Storm.
Okay, so people are saying no when that W cooldown's up. Yeah, okay. That's my analysis. Don't walk at him.
Alright, so don't walk at him, don't give him grit, pretend his W exists. Yeah, we did it. Woo! Good job.
So it's about a 5,000 gold lead almost right now, 4,500. Fourth out of Heroes of the Storm. They are on Soul Point now, and so at 24 minutes, this Drake's gonna be spawning. 25 minutes. That's and if we just pan it right there, you can see that there's almost a double amount of gold on set that there is Shen. He's about to Flame Horizon him, and he's also 3 levels above, literally Kamish.
Yeah, you know, this is the top lane action that's needed. Especially after literally Kamish kind of had such a dominating performance game 1.
So it looks like both of these guys are trading off on being someday. Because if y'all saw the, what was it, the 100 versus Immortals, some had some big top lane daddy moment.
I mean, that's classic someday for you.
Sure.
But, let's see, some big item spikes to look at as well. MasterFan24 with, goodbye. It's been nice knowing you.
No, those were just now completing an item. Not that really would have mattered there for that, but it's just like he's really behind the curve this game. On items right there. No.
Yeah, he hasn't even completed his second tier quest at 21 minutes.
Yeah. Looks like
There is,
Set is going to be coming in for this flank right here, and if Aurelion can...
Oh, here we go! Big Cataclysm! The Wild Growth comes in too to keep him alive for just long enough. Jirachi is gonna go crazy though, but here comes the Set! Big Diak Jimmy with the showstopper, gonna walk up literally Kamish, forced to flash out. Jirachi and literally Nate heading for the hills already. Wait, there's a walk in there, Chief. Lux ult comes in, but looks like Jirachi barely gonna miss the kill with the shield and the Super Mega Death Rocket just barely going wide. Literally Nate and Co looking to get out of this one, but
Jirachi?
yeah, they're out. They just kind of forgot they existed. That's really split, but oh lord. And then that happened, and then walked back into lane, and oh, found the rest of their team. Because it turns out they were not chasing the 2 people back in the bush, they were just waiting for Shen to walk back in the lane.
So here's what the really good thing is about like the why I really like the Lulu. One, it's like a neutral lane for this Ahri, right? We've only seen 1 kill go down right there. But what it also does is like, so the Jarving can go in, you can get, Wild Growth, provides another knockup. Same thing with the Set, but main thing, like the main problem Set has, it's like why you see a lot of Set Yumi is that you can put the Whimsy on him, give him more like movement. So it's like his biggest
easier initiation basically.
Yeah, you give him and then shields. Now the only thing you don't give him is health, but also literally Garage not being as tanky as he could be right now. He's level 9. So one reason why you haven't seen a lot of Horn
Horn, gonna land on Master Fan. I don't know about that flash, but whatever.
I think the flash is good. Maybe they don't know that Shen has flash or not.
That's true.
Because if he does, then he can flash E into that, and it's like a lockup. Who knows? Aurelion probably shouldn't catch top lane. He also has very little magic resistance. It's down 3 levels, but some nice gold for him. Next play should be not for Baron, but for Soul. Mountain Soul is
strongest. Yeah, this is just kind of a who can play around their currently super fed member of the best right now in terms of the gameplay. And
what?
Well, that flash is going places. Literally Mike gonna go golden mode, but that Caitlyn trap stuffs him. Big Diok Jimmy literally just walking straight into them. Showstopper comes out, big damage onto Jirachi. Wild Growth securing the knockups, the double kill comes out for Master Fan. That's a triple kill now for Master Fan.
Give him the Quadra!
Flash coming out on the literal Garrett bot side. Cataclysm gonna get dropped on the nade, but Spirit Rush is pretty good. Won't lie.
Yeah.
Yep.
can't post to the page. Sorry, Master fan. But yeah, and see, that's exactly what happened right there. I think Big Diog Jimmy right now playing his role incredibly well, knowing that he needs to get on Jirachi, but he doesn't need to just ult him right away. He waits for the Shen to go back in, uses the Shen to get there, waits for the cooldown to come back up, he uses the Face Breaker right there, and they get the really, really strong Mountain Soul here at 24 minutes right there. And then so now anything that these guys want to do on the side of literal team name is going to be incredibly hard because you have a 300 plus health shield to get through of literal Nate.
Oh, Nate gonna get CC chained up here. Gonna splash out immediately. Orinhorn comes out, and that's a big knockup. Likely not gonna matter though. Aruyan taking extremely low. Gonna find the kill on the literal Garrett though, and that is 3 dead already. Kill shot comes in, but it's gonna get blocked away by Jirachi. Massive
So,
team fight.
yeah, those shields coming in clutch as Aruyan was able to like basically live for the whole entire thing, gets a wild growth, and then Lulu shields and Luck shields on top of it, and then they lose 3 people.
Yeah, there's just so many shields. Like, I don't know what you can do. And honestly, I haven't seen this Caitlyn back in a long time. I bet she's sitting on at least a Zeal items worth of gold.
3,000 gold.
Yep, 2,900 is yep. It's basically more than a Zeal item worth of gold. But all outers now gonna get taken down by the side of Heroes of the Storm. And
Yeah, hopefully they're not looking for an engage right. Oh, but he could do it.
yeah, Tempo's looking good so far, but literally Gallad just gets melted. Final Spark comes out. Aruyan's in the back line with another Cataclysm. Face Break comes in. It's the Showstopper coming out for a double kill. Literally Mike going golden mode, but it's not going to matter as it gets absolutely blown up.
So yeah, just push the mid and the top waves right now because you have time to do it with the amount of people who are dead, and then you can spend your 5k gold that you're possibly gonna have. Caitlyn gonna have actually around like 4,500 gold. Literal team name looking like they're gonna need every prayer in the book to try to win this one. I honestly don't know at this point how you start scaling.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a crap stomp at this point. Like, legitimately, Heroes of the Storm is up. They're up 14. And your Big Diog Jimmy gonna get CC'd up here at the front line. There is no Showstopper. No direct literally commission, but just look at all the damage he's taking. They absolutely cannot kill him. He's 4 levels up on literally commish, but that's a big pick. Master Fan gonna get taken down. The shutdown goes to literally commish.
Yep, had 4,000 gold in the bank, so maybe goes a second Zeal item. I think I would have rather have seen anything else. The QSS is nice though.
Okay, I was about to say, I think you either go IE or you go a second Zeal item with the QSS. Honestly, I kind of respect the purchase, but he had IE already. I don't know. It depends.
I don't think he really. Yeah, I don't think he needs like anything in terms of like more wave clear or anything with the Zeal. I understand like the synergized effects of like whatever it is for the Zeal items,
yeah.
but I think what he could have done here is either just he could have gone QSS and then either Bloodthirster, or he could have gone QSS into like a Last Whisper item, because you're gonna be hitting these frontliners who are building armor right now. While they're probably never gonna get to a state to where it's like super like tanky, because you should end this game with the Baron push and going bot lane. There are other ways that you could have done. That's all.
That's pretty true. And from my point of view, when you're this far ahead, I'm kind of a fan of builds that look a little aggressive like this sometimes, though, because this just feels like a high efficiency build. You know,
What about
you get an entire. You could go Reaver here, but I think Reaver's just kind of fallen out of vogue on Caitlyn, because you can just go IE Storm Razor and accomplish the same thing, but better because you have hiding in it. So
Then get Storm Razor.
Yeah.
It helps with the energized effect right
So
there.
Storm Razor would have been nice, but then you wouldn't have had enough for QSS. Like, this is all around. Like, all around it combines, like, gold efficiency with safety.
I love the headshots onto the top of Baron's head.
That's really fun. Oh, wait!
No!
Remember, kids, always smite Baron.
Wait, we didn't. Direct camera didn't even show it. Oh my god. And Aurelion didn't even smite.
Remember, kids, always smite Baron. It's not a surefire thing.
Now, okay, so while this doesn't make it the easiest closeout, they still have a 11,000 gold lead right now, and they
It
can
just
pressure
stalls it
this
for
bot
3
lane.
minutes.
I don't even know if it stalls it for 3.
Yeah, I think they just run in and kill him anyway, honest.
It's a nice play.
Yeah, it's one of those post it to the page and ignore the fact that we're gonna lose the game anyway type moments.
Or like me posting like, hey, look at how well I did in my normal games, guys.
Yep. Oh man. Nice shade there. Big Ornhorn though. Not sure how much it's gonna matter. They really can't find any follow-up off that. You know, there's so much range, so much stuff, and like so much stuff to work past.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I only say that because I've been playing a lot of normal top games because I'm trying to learn top lane, and I'm not playing very well.
it's like just did a cute little play on top lane. You know, kills 3 people that literally instant to you.
Well, yeah, or like, yeah, exactly. They're bots. I'm not showing y'all the names. They're just actual bots.
Yeah, remember that clip of the Rise? Remember that clip of the Rise pentakill? The literal 1v5 penta?
Yeah, yeah, where he's running around
Bots.
the mid lane. Oh wait, here's another Jinx rocket, but it's too early.
Yeah, way too early. Don't see that happen. It's wishful thinking. They kind of figured it out on this one.
And this is the more important one. Like the Baron, yeah, maybe you could have ended off of that, but this is the surefire thing. This was always the win con with the dragon and stuff like that. Literally, Garrett also hasn't even hit level 13 yet, so no ornaments, as LS likes to call them.
Ornaments. That's really good.
Yeah, it is really good. I love it. He is very good. Yeah, and I also think that the Abyssal would have been the correct buy. But
I feel like it's
the
another
Frozen
managed
Fist is
Frozen
fine.
Fist type moment.
Yeah, Frozen Fist is not going to be doing much when he's this far behind, but it's okay. It's just at a tough place, and we're going to see
There's a
some
lot more issues than that.
firing the lasers moments here.
Yeah,
And
big
Mike,
flash into literally Mike. Some big damage on the Not November, but this fight's going south really quickly. Super Hoki goes on a rampage. Bam! Elder Drake. 1, Elder Drake 2. Showstopper comes out. Holy moly, that's some fat damage. Big Diok Jimmy with another amazing showstopper. Gonna close out a 5-for-1 ace. Nexus gonna go down, and Heroes of the Storm gonna answer back. The rapid fire 31-minute showstopper.
remember the Alamo.
Remember the Alamo.
So I don't know if maybe Kevin can do the MVP poll, but why is it Big Diok
Yeah,
Jimmy?
who's MVP and why is it Big Diok Jimmy? Exactly.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Master Fan had some good moments. Like, if Master Fan hadn't got caught by Ari at all, you could make a very strong case for him.
Yeah.
Because he did the most damage.
Quite exceptional top lane play. Yes, I
Exceptional.
agree.
That's what we expected. Well, we didn't necessarily expect them to just like run it down on him and murder them all, but
Yeah, I wasn't dead set on it happening that way, but
ah,
gonna
man.
be an upset in the polls. Boo!
Man, y'all are some serious trendsetters with these puns.
Yeah, biggest trendsetters.
I hate me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
No need to set up a poll. Oh no.
No, I do think that
Boo! Get off the
overall,
stage!
what was really good overall from Heroes of the Storm is understanding where their strengths lied and not going too far as a way to throw it. And I think that also Set is a champion that needs to be permabanned in all of PMALCS because nobody plays anything except for like I need to run at you and fight. Um, and as like LS talks about, like you handshake agreements on like, okay, well you're gonna team fight, well we'll just team fight, and whoever outplays better gets earlier leads generally wins. Set does that better than anybody right now, and then if you have stuff to enable him like a Yumi or like a Lulu, and then a diving buddy, like whether it be like Vladimir or Jarvan and stuff, it's really good. So, uh, there you go.
So, yeah, I guess we'll take a look at game 2 MVP. Big Deoc Jimmy right now, 6 votes to 0. Like, that's take a fork in it. This one's done, boys.
Oh no, wait, Master Fan got 1 vote. It's 1 to
Oh
7.
wow, we're in there. 1 to 8. But
Did
also,
Master Van vote for himself, or was it Jirachi just so that ADCs can?
VCs can finally win MVP.
Yeah.
But update on the game 1 MVP. I guess we have a split vote from game 1. Literally Kamish and literally Nate both taking MVP from game 1 with 3 votes.
Yeah. Also, just gonna do a throwback. Jirachi talking about only 1 Jinx ult steal allowed per season though. Uh, I believe on Rip in like season 3, you ulted from bot lane towards Baron and stole Baron, or vice versa. It was the other way around. It's like a wild turtle moment. That's all. I just wanted to give props to Riley, right there. Okay, we'll call the vote now.
So yeah, I guess literally Kamish, literally Nate, and Big Deal Jimmy come to play the game 1. You can actually speak, holy moly.
So who was game 1 MVP?
Literally Nate and literally Kamish. But Jirachi says they didn't vote in the poll, so give it to Kamish. So I guess just
It was a
Kamish.
drag steal. You're right, it was a drag steal.
I mean, I don't care. Both people can come in for the interview, but we can put Kamish on the stream results. Wow, don't everyone jump at once.
I'm currently jumping.
Me too. I am, in fact, jumping. Woo. 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 I'm jumping. You can hear it.
Oh, hey, it's me.
Ah! Hello.
Hello. That's me.
So, I guess, so first of all, congratulations on the 1-1.
Thank you.
And, so,
There he
question
is.
1. So how big is your Deoc? You can use any measurement you like.
All right. So, you ever look at a what are they called? It's
An
very specific.
anaconda.
No, it's like a very specific like piece of construction equipment. I'm forgetting the name of. You get the picture.
What?
Equipment.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wink, wink. What?
Are you talking about the Play Learn Large 800 piece straw builder construction set?
All right, guys. It's been a good interview. Pleasure.
I'm actually
I'll see
talking
you
about
later.
I'm actually talking about the Thomas's wooden railway. The Thomas's
Dude.
wooden railway set actually.
Yes, actually, I love Thomas.
Dude, that stuff was like a straight.
Okay,
beat.
back to
That
the
stuff
back
was
to the
so
interview.
much. No, that stuff was fun though.
Good games, both of y'all. Someone talk about game 1 since I joined game 2.
Sebastian, you go for it. You guys won that one, so you got a good perspective.
Well, game 1, it was just literally about neutralizing any and all threats. Mostly the Rengar in game 1. It really became apparent that can nuke pretty much anybody on the squad. So it was just like our macro really had to be airtight in order for that not to happen. We did a really good job of that. Neutralized a lot. Poppy did a lot, honestly speaking. Like in that game 1, really just took away a lot of the engage that HOTS had. I think literally Garrett ulted Ornn and it was somebody else.
Nico is probably me.
It was Nico. Nico ult, like he ulted both of them out of the team fight, and then we were able to just re-engage, and that was kind of like that was kind of the tail of the tape, pretty much all of game one. So we just had a really good time neutralizing threats and just slowly gained advantage over advantage over advantage until we just won.
I have a
Yeah,
question.
sounds about right.
What's up?
In terms of the draft for game two, since I wasn't here for it, I understand that like Shen is considered like a very soft counter to the set.
Absolutely
I
not.
yeah
Nah.
yeah
No,
that's exactly
it's absolutely not. I'm just waiting for
yeah.
Riot to really just nerf that champion into the ground. It's infuriating to play against, mainly because playing against Set. Oh god, I'm gonna get in my soapbox because I'm the top laner and I
That's
auto
okay.
ban that champion every
Yeah,
single
do it.
game. But playing against Set is like literally just the biggest like headache that I've ever had in my life. I have a counter to Set, by the way. Unfortunately, it's a Lowy, but like you have to kill him twice, and that's the most like infuriating thing about it all is that you have to kill him twice, and he heals while he's in essentially GA with that big shield that he has. So it's impossible. It's quite literally impossible to kill Set.
So I would say some people, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but some people would say you would choose a range matchup into him, and some people have like said, okay, well you can either just auto scale with something like a Rise or a Vladimir in the top lane and just kind of go for farm and poke. Some people have said that you should just dominate him in lane, which I think is like a really bad idea with like a Jace or something, which I think is asking to just get smashed and become a cannon minion.
I
Um,
agree with that.
and then the only other thing outside of banning him is Darius. Um, Darius
Uh,
and or Trendemir.
yeah. So the Darius was on the table.
Hmm.
The Darius was definitely on the table for that game, but we figured that I was gonna have a rough time in lane anyway, so it really just came down to me trying to do the same thing that I did game one, and that is like to protect the carries in a 1v1 situation. But it just got to the point to where that wasn't gonna be a thing like at all. So I mean, it was what it was. It is what it is, and I just wasn't able to do what I needed to do that game to
Yeah.
protect my carries, especially because once Set got to the point to where it was like like I think it was like 4 or 5 kills, he would just walk into the fight, and that's pretty much it. Like he just ult somebody in on top of us, and that's it. That's all we can really. That's all
Is
we
is
really
there
do
a,
at that point.
was there a world where y'all were gonna? Because I saw that y'all first picked or like first rotation the Ornn. Was there a better jungle pick that y'all felt? Because while Set obviously still beats Ornn, Ornn lives a little bit longer and is just really strong himself.
I mean, yeah, we were kind of thinking about that. There was a little bit of a world where maybe we go back with the Poppy, just
Mm.
for the pure displacement,
Yeah.
which was very very effective game one. I mean, hindsight, maybe yeah, it would have been a lot better to have the Ornn and the Poppy, but it just yeah. I mean, we decided to go with the Shen just because it enables a lot, and it enables Nate in the mid lane. It enables Jirachi, who's playing a hyper carry Jinx, if we ever got to that, 25 to 30 minute mark. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but that was the game plan there, was that the Shen just enables a lot. It
Yeah.
enables a lot better than an Ornn or a
Yeah.
Poppy could. So we kind of went all in on that, and I mean, we got burned. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much
I
it.
agree. I just thought it was really interesting this game because it reminded me of the C9 versus TSM game yesterday, where it was a supportive mage mid with a Jarvan and Set combo in the top lane and a very dominant bot lane versus a Shen and
Yeah.
some stuff. So I just want to know the thoughts. But yeah, good answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so all
cool.
these actual game questions are pretty interesting and all, but I think it's time we ask some questions that have been on everyone's mind. So, who here in this channel knows the two narrators featured on the Thomas the Tank Engine television show?
That was Ringo Starr and George Carlin.
Oh wow, this guy's
Wait,
good.
actually? Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's good.
Wait.
We're about to get our
I gotta
minds.
go. I'll be.
Hold
Wait.
up.
Hugs
I wasn't
Dang,
ready
how
for
do you know
that.
that so fast?
All right, I'm gonna head out. I'll catch y'all later.
Were you
Bye.
looking it up to prepare to ask
Nope.
that?
No,
We're Little Jimmy here?
Okay,
Literally,
okay,
I
okay.
literally
Can
knew
I
that
can
right
I
off the bat.
can I just say something about the Thomas thing here? There were many more. All right, there were many more narrators besides those two. Okay, many
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
but
see
many
what
those are
the
the
current
two
ones.
prominent ones from Shining Time Station.
Oh, Shiny Time Station. I'll just say the first 7 seasons is where you still had the claymation stuff, and it was great. That includes Mitch Alcroft and Alec Baldwin, both from the UK and the US seasons.
Yeah, but
Just
the Alec Baldwin one was really bad in my opinion. He is
okay, his
not a
cranky
good.
voice though, his cranky voice with Cranky the Crane at the Bayside was great. That's
Yeah,
the only
but
voice he
no
had
one
that was
can do
good.
Toby like freaking Ringo Starr and George Carlin.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There were more narrators that deserve attention, like Mitch Alcroft as well, from
I
seasons
feel like I should
5 to
just make my
seasons 8 for
stream
the
like
UK.
OP Thomas the Tank Engine fan or something.
I
Because
feel like I've
I
missed a
love.
major cultural phenomenon I was not aware of.
You really have, dude. Like,
Cause like
Thomas the
I
Tank
watched
Engine is
that
amazing.
growing up, but like
if you weren't a
I was
Thomas the
not in
Tank
this
Engine
deep, and I
kid,
kind of regret
like,
it.
what were you doing, bro?
I love how you. Okay, we should cut the VOD because we're gonna talk forever about
No,
Thomas
this
the
is
Tank Engine.
hilarious. My name is Jimmy. I play set good. Draft me.
All right. So any other questions, comments, concerns?
Hi.
I mean, I think the
Hi.
Shen was a solid thought, just because if you can't do anything in lane, at least you can make global plays.
You know what
But
they
it
say,
ended up
boss.
just going such a way that it didn't really work.
Yeah, you know what they say, boss. Thought he's gonna thought.
Thought he's gonna thought, amen.
Yep.
All right. Not on
So-
that note,
On that
thank you.
bombshell.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. We're gonna go ahead and cut the VOD here.
We're gonna
And
chugga off to bed like the rest of you. Stay good, kids. What's another Thomas thing I could say?
uh,
Da, 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 da,
Dun, dun,
da.
dun.